Hey, what's up? TeaRon here. That's TeaRon period. And this is part 2 of my impromptu interview with my friend Trap. If you have not yet seen part 1, I suggest you go back and do so. And here in part 2, we go further into Trap's journey to visiting Africa for the first time and me being able to help him with the visa process that led him to his unforgettable adventure in Ghana. If you are watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, and hit that notification bell so you get notified of more content like this. And if you're listening to this as a podcast medium, go ahead and follow, share, like, and leave a review. That's the best way for you to support this show. Okay? Let's not waste any more time and let's get back into this interview already in progress. Thank you again and enjoy.
Traffic, right?
Oh wait. Before we get to Ghana, because that's gonna be
let's stay on track. Let's stay on track.
So you were in Senegal for how long?
About a week, maybe like
Do you
7
feel like
days.
you checked the box on a lot of things you wanted to do when you got there within that time, or do you feel like you needed more time?
I need more time. You need about a month in each country.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just too much to do.
Yeah, I agree.
So much to explore.
The next place you went after you so you went to Senegal for a week, and then you hopped countries to Morocco. Are you aware of what's happening in parts of Northern Africa?
Yeah, I mean,
but we won't get into that. We won't. But I want to. So, what were the noticeable differences that you noticed as a Black American experiencing Senegal for the first time,
right?
And then experiencing Morocco? Now, this is not to pit one against the other, but I want to know the differences, whether they're good, bad, or whatever. What were the noticeable differences between, like, I don't know, the people, the cultures? What? Go ahead.
So Morocco is like totally different. Like it's mind blowing from a visual standpoint, right? Cultural differences. I think they're both Senegal. I think Senegal is majority Muslim, if I'm not mistaken, and it's the same with Moroccan people. They speak majority Arabic and I think French. So that's a little different right there. Most of them speak Arabic. That's like their first language, for the most part. If you go to Senegal, they speak French, but that's not their original language. It's Wolof.
Yeah.
So that was cool to just hear that, right? Another difference is the food. The food in Senegal from a vegan standpoint. I know you don't want to hear that.
No, I'm with it. Go ahead.
From a vegan standpoint, they didn't have as much options as I would like, but they have this onion sauce. Oh my god, that goes on the rice.
Okay,
so good. Their jollof rice isn't as good as I would hope, but
you had jollof rice in Senegal.
Yep.
And then what kind of rice did you have in Morocco?
So in Morocco, so here's another difference. So Morocco, you're gonna get I had Tajin, so they do a lot of vegetables in general, right? Senegal too, but they do a lot of meat, they do a lot of fish in Senegal. But in Morocco, they do like you got your couscous more so than rice. So you know what couscous is, or my bad?
Yeah.
Couscous. You got your couscous. So
I don't like couscous.
Yeah, I mean couscous is it's light. It's light. It's not as heavy, so you got a lot of vegetables, and the meals are insane. The meals are just like, man, the appetizers are like a whole spread of things first, and then you thinking that's the main meal. They come out with the main meal, you just be like, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm full. But
Yeah.
it's awesome. Obviously, it's good. They got the fresh juices. Like they love.
I heard you was going crazy with the
Yeah, bro.
fresh juices and fruit. Look, in all seriousness, when you taste like a fresh fruit in these third world countries, as people say, right?
Developing countries, I would say, yeah.
It's totally different.
It's
man. I didn't have the last time I had a seedless watermelon. Well, a watermelon with seeds in it was when I was in like Colombia. Like,
yeah,
you can't. You go in the store and you can't even find a regular watermelon. It's like a seedless watermelon. I'm like, come on.
I mean, that's one reason why I went vegan, but yeah, like back to Morocco, right? Another key difference is how they haggle. Of course,
how they haggle.
So
okay,
like, Senegal people, like, they gonna haggle you until you gonna give in eventually with Senegal, right? I know you won't, but just first from looking in for regular people who may go,
it's like going to the market, right?
Yeah, you go to the market, you're gonna they're gonna be on you. They're gonna haggle you. They're gonna want you to buy, and what I do like is they don't like to take money. They like for you to buy what they have, which I love. I rather spend money on your business, instead of just giving you money. They refuse to take my money without.
They're like,
without
hold
me
on,
buying.
wait, this ain't a donation.
This is my job. This is their livelihood. So of course you go into a developing country, third world country, whatever you want to call it. That's their livelihood. They sell things. They got beautiful art. Okay, Morocco. So they're the Medinas. We stay in the Medinas. Totally different. There's no cars. It's forbidden to stay. Well, Fez. I should say Fez, Morocco it's forbidden to drive a car through there. You can drive a bike. You can, of course, there's people walking. You can have a regular bike, motorcycle, whatever, but you cannot have a car. Now that's Fez. That's crazy. Marrakesh is a little different.
Yeah, Marrakesh is a big city.
It's a big city. Cars can go there. It's huge. It's like you want a party scene. You want to be a little more open. They're not as strict, because Ramadan was going on.
Oh, okay.
So they can't. Okay. Yeah, when I was in Fez and Marrakesh. So, but yeah, the haggling is different. Like,
how do they haggle you in Morocco?
So yeah, I'll get to it. So with Morocco, they have like, you going through like the Medina, right? They'll have like stores everywhere, and they'll be like, my friend, my brother, come check my store, come check my store, my friend. And I'm like,
is that the accent?
Yeah, some of them.
My brother.
Come on, brother, come. So it's like they'll want you to come, and it's like you can go, but you don't feel that pressure. Like Senegalese people,
right?
They're gonna put that pressure on you, so they gonna put it on you. But I will say this, Morocco, like, we had a tour guide. They took us to all the places, right?
Yeah.
If you go into the stores, they're gonna try to sell you. Like they're gonna try to get you to buy, and they do a really, really good presentation. Like they pull up all the stuff. So we went to a store that had like rugs. Like the women knit the rugs.
Yeah.
They had her on the ground, like messing with like argan ore. It's like a staple for them. They make the original argan ore is from there, right? They had the woman like hitting the little nuts. So you kind of get into it. You kind of look at that. You be like, wow. You see all the stuff. They have the guy here explaining. I got a video of that. I'm gonna share with you. Like, they'll explain it in a way that it's like you gotta have it. But then when you get to the register, that's when you be like, I don't know, man. That's pretty expensive.
And then where was you gonna put a carpet, bro?
Man, I put like that's what I'm saying. The presentation tonight, they roll it up.
You was like, damn, I think I want a carpet.
Yeah,
I think I want a carpet.
and it's more like a quilt, and it's knitted with like different. You got the silks, you know, you got the best materials. Like unlike in America, most of the stuff, right? If it's from here, it's probably a bad product, shitty product, right?
Yeah.
So you can tell the difference because when you wash it, it might shrink. It might, some of the stuff might be coming off or whatever. Yeah. You got letters might be coming off. If you buy something from Morocco, if you buy stuff from Morocco, you know it's gonna be good. You know it's gonna be like it's gonna last.
A lot of people do like to when they go there. They do a lot of specific shopping or like look for specific items and stuff.
And, yeah.
What would you say about the cultures? Was the same welcoming experience felt in Morocco like you did in Senegal? Be honest.
Oh man, yes. Yes. And this is me being honest. Like, okay. So the Airbnb that we stayed in, man, free breakfast, free dinner, whatever you wanted, they would just get it for you. The cleaning lady, she was around our age, same age, I think, 32. She just made the stay a lot better, man. She just whatever we wanted, we could just go to her and she would just do it for us, and it was the sweetest thing ever. And just the people sweet. The kids are really sweet, both in Senegal and Morocco. Like they're similar in that aspect because the kids are like, if you get lost, go to a kid because most likely they know English. Like so if you get lost, go to a kid.
Some of them kids will get you. So
yeah. Some kids will, and that was the case in Senegal. Like
what happened?
I ain't gonna say nothing bad happened, but like when I was in Senegal, so I gave this kid. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna give you this money, like $5 in Senegal, right? I gave him the money. I was like, make sure you share with your friends. The man took the money and ran with the money. Didn't share with his friends. So he came back, and it was cool because he only spoke in French, but he knew a little bit of, English words. He was naming like rappers and stuff, American rappers. And the cool thing was he came back because he kind of took a liking to us, right?
Right.
So we were hanging with the kids, and he came back and he was like, "Yeah, man, my dad he hit me and took my money." And at first I'm like, dang, what? Your dad just smacking you around, little kid? Like, but then he was joking, and I was like, this kid's funny. He's gonna grow up to be a comedian. And he we was kind of just chilling. And of course, once I gave money to the kid, obviously the whole world came and was out here trying to.
Yeah.
But there was a dude. He came up to me. He was like, hey, brother, listen. I have 7 kids, and if you give me money, I can feed them for a month. I'm just like, bro, I don't got no more. But it was cool. But
all of a sudden, everybody has children.
Yeah. And that's just some of the things you get, man. They like I said, in Senegal, they're gonna keep coming. Morocco, they'll try maybe once or twice and they'll give up. Like they're not gonna go as hard. They will go hard, but not as in Senegal. Be ready.
And then how long were you in Morocco for?
Same amount, 5-7 days.
Okay.
Morocco was fun, man. It was visually, it was probably the best place out of the 3.
Okay.
Visually.
What visually, like the architecture?
The architect was insane. Mm-hmm. Like they have the Medina, which is I think 9,000-10,000 alleyways. So you would get lost. We had to have a guide the whole time.
Right.
Like the whole time. you go there, you're gonna need a guide because you will get lost, and once you get lost, that's it. You may not find your way out.
Yeah.
So, we had a guide the whole time. They were really cool. They basically was there every step of the way. If you have a guide and they're really cool, they're not gonna let hagglers overcharge you. Like they're not gonna do that because obviously, everywhere you go in Africa, tips are like life to them. And Senegal,
you was getting got.
nah, man, I was just the tour guides. We had the tour guide in Senegal. He's on my Facebook. We're good friends, but he did a really good job, bro. Like he did an amazing job. Like he went out his way. He was spending his money.
Oh.
You know that's what got me. So funny story. We forgot to tip him, and he looked so distraught. He looked so sad.
So you can make up for it. You can send something.
No, I did make up for it. It was all our countries, man. Like anytime you meet a real, it's like me and you and Tony. You know what I mean? Like meeting good friends like that. We wanted to make sure we took care. And I think if you go to Africa, obviously don't let the hagglers haggle you to death. But if you meet a good tour guide and if they treat you guys right and do right by you and have a good history of places that you go, I think you should tip them good. You don't gotta go crazy, but you don't gotta.
I disagree.
What you do?
I disagree. Well, when I was like experiencing haggling or bartering and stuff, going to the market, all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how we look on this to y'all, but maybe it's because you just got back from Africa that you kind of dark. Them niggas seen me coming. There was no market I could go to. They were like, I don't know, nigga. Like,
oh man, yo.
And I adopted I guess it's a general rule now, right?
Yeah.
So if you know someone or you have like a tour guide or something, what you do, and this goes for multiple countries that you go to, not just in Africa,
right,
but in other places. And when there's a bartering system, people negotiate prices on stuff, right?
Right.
So if you go to a place like that, you have someone who already knows the rules,
right?
If you trust them, right? They're local. You say, okay, we're gonna go over here to this shop. I'm looking for a shirt, right?
Right.
I'm looking for a black shirt.
Right.
Let him go ahead, go in the shop, look for a black shirt, get the price, and then say, come here, come over. Because as soon as they hear you, the price goes up.
Yeah.
And I know you experienced it. But for me, there was like a few times I was like, all right, I'm going to buy this. I know it's ridiculous, but I'm going to.
Yeah, if you like something,
I'm like, all right.
Right.
But after a while, I was like, nigga, no.
Yeah.
No is no.
I
like,
mean,
you
definitely have to.
You
definitely have to speak
let
up.
You know me know because you be like, oh, I got that shit.
I mean,
it adds up quick.
And Morocco was cool because we had the guy Sam. He was the tour guide. Really, it was his dad, but his dad was doing something that day. He was helping out. The cool thing about him, he was like, yo, I don't want any money because he had all his money. He was like, yo, just tip my dad if you want to tip somebody. But the cool thing about him, when I went into the stores, I asked him, I'm like, yo, how much is this quilt? He was like, listen, don't pay no more than like 10,000, whatever the Morocco money is. And then it's crazy. The dude that I was talking to, he was just so dead. He was just like, okay, 11. No, he was like 15,000, whatever the money is. And I'm like, no. And he kept going like down. And I'm like, no, dude, no. And I'm just like, nope. No. He still like he didn't care. He still was just trying to act with me. And I'm just like, nah, bro. So I walked away, and he was like, oh. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, because at some point it's gonna be about making that sale,
right,
versus the upsell. You know,
mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the third and final place that you went to, going to Ghana.
Right.
We connected because of me putting out my experience. I'm trying to help people navigate getting to Ghana,
help
right?
You sure helped me.
Thanks.
I was sweating bullets.
But through that, I've been able to connect with people, and I, if I hit it off with someone, I'll be like, okay, reach me here, and
right,
we'll go from there. But what was I saying
about the visa?
So that's how we kind of got introduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was through YouTube and finding information and stuff. So I really want to get into Ghana because it's the place that I have experience with, right?
Right, of course.
So tell me about when you were leaving Morocco, you arrived in Ghana. I know you had a setback because you got delayed. Your flight got delayed,
yeah,
right? So we'll start there.
Flight got delayed, which was no problem, honestly, because I realized with Morocco, we needed more time. So when my flight got pushed back a day, I'm like, well, I'll get another day here by myself. Oh, I was by myself, of course. My friends had left. I still gotta get used to this, man. But yeah, my friends had went home, and of course, I'm no stranger to solo travel. So I'm exploring Marrakesh somewhere. I'm meeting people. I met this lovely couple, and yeah, I just just hung out an extra day, which was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I got delayed, but in this situation, it wasn't as bad as it seemed.
It all worked out, okay.
But I mean, also I was thinking like, dang, I'm missing a couple days in Ghana that I know I'm probably gonna regret, which I did. Obviously, when I got there, I'm like,
because you spent the shortest amount of time there.
Yeah, I spent the shortest amount of time in Ghana. And obviously, I wanted to hang out more with Tony, our local friend, and it just.
So you had a total of what, like 3 or 4 days?
Probably like 4 days at the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were you able to? I do not recommend going to any of these places for such a short amount of time because you're gonna be like everything about you, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. When you got back, you was like, "All right, nigga, how long is it gonna take me to save some money so I can go back and do this shit again because I didn't get to do it."
I'm thinking
that's all you're thinking about lately, right?
I'm thinking even further, man. Back? I'm like, let me go ahead and get me a property over there so I could just
it's like I'm ready to
stay
go
as long as I want, man. Because yeah, man. I mean, any country really, but this Africa was, the countries in Africa was the one that I really was just like, okay, I need Senegal. I need a month. Morocco, I need a month to explore. Ghana, I need a month to explore. Like it just was one of those things that I'm like, man, I gotta plan it better. I gotta do a little more research, but it's kind of hard too because the whole lifestyle of that bullshit American dream,
right?
That they want you.
It's a hard thing to
navigate.
To unlearn.
Mm-hmm. So. But, at the end of the day, had fun. I got to go to a place that most people don't get to go,
Yeah.
So it was a great privilege to be able to do that.
What would you say is your favorite highlight from we'll do this. For each country you went to, name one thing you hated and one thing that you loved. So we'll start with Morocco.
What thing that I loved and hated? Hated and loved.
So what was your favorite thing that happened and least favorite? Let's say least favorite, not hate.
Trying to think. I think the least favorite thing in Morocco, which I don't know if I have any issues with Morocco. I guess I was pretty mad at myself for the one store. I let them get me on the haggling. Like, I think they had such a good presentation that I was like, oh my god, this is black soap. This is argan oil, the natural argan.
Oh, when they
oil.
lay out those spices and stuff.
Yeah, they laid out the spices. So they
like, damn, this is so pretty.
It just looks so like good, and I'm not mad at that I bought it.
Yeah,
you know, like,
but you know better now.
But I know usually I should have fought a little harder.
What was your favorite thing about Morocco?
Favorite thing, well, the favorite thing, well, just the architect, man, just the beauty of Morocco, like Fez. If you go to Morocco, you have to stay in Fez. You have to stay in the Medina. It is crazy to see. It is really crazy to see. So I think just the people, culture, but mainly the architect was just on another level, man.
Okay.
And they do things differently.
Least favorite thing about Ghana?
The least favorite thing that I guess my one experience with food poisoning. that and I guess we'll get into that in a little bit. Tony got dirty. I blame Tony
with the food poisoning. Since we're there, we might as well
let's attack it head on.
What I was told was it was your last day, and you were going to have local food. I was like, okay, yeah. And so you were there only for a short period of time, and you had to fit a lot of things in that time.
I fit a lot, yeah.
And I tell people all the time, you're probably gonna get sick one day out of a trip.
Right.
It's probably gonna come up, right? So be ready. Like, have all your stuff that you need. I don't think you had all the stuff that you needed, but have everything that you need.
He definitely helped amongst others.
Because it's gonna happen. It's just like welcome.
Yeah, I mean it was definitely a welcome.
What were you eating? Do you know what you had?
It was some type of a bean dish, but I wanted to ask him. There was something called palm. It was this black stuff. Do you know what it is? Like it's even when I ate it, I was like, this don't, I don't know about this.
What was it?
It was like he called it palm something.
When you were having the palm wine,
it was this? No, it wasn't the palm wine, but the palm wine. We got to get on that topic too, huh?
I have no idea.
It was like this. It was like this black stuff. When I ate it, I'm just like,
it was like a fruit.
Nah, it was like
something that was cooked,
like a sauce almost, like a black sauce.
Is it spicy?
It wasn't even like a sauce, bro. I can't.
What sauce is he talking about, y'all?
You gotta ask Tony, bro.
But what happened? Okay,
anyways,
so you ate the whatever.
I thought I was fine with the beans, and it looked good. But then when I had it, when he was like, "No, you gotta eat it with the black stuff, whatever it was." Immediately when I ate that, I was like, I don't know. I didn't necessarily like it. I liked the beans.
Right.
Beans were seasoned or whatever, well cooked and with great herbs and stuff and seasonings. But whatever that palm stuff was, even when I ate it, it felt like I had like, just when I bit into it, like almost like if you were to eat like sea salt, right?
Okay.
And how it kind of, you bite it, it kind of gives you that crunch.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Almost like I was eating like some type of dirt. Like,
wait a minute. So the thing that you had, was it gummy?
I can't remember.
Because the cow skin.
The what?
The cow skin.
I know that one. I didn't eat no cow skin.
I don't know, but there's
I don't think Tony would have got.
No, I don't know, but I'm telling you, I had a similar experience with texture like that. So it's
really?
It's like cow skin, and they will fry it up and put it in some whatever. It's mostly like a flavoring thing, I guess, but people eat it. So it's like, okay, it's
this
kind of
wasn't like a
gelatinous
skin,
looking.
though. It was definitely a dark black.
Was it gelatinous? Like gelatin?
I don't think so. It wasn't nothing like gelatin.
Okay, well, this was like gelatin, and so they put it in all kinds of stuff.
Hold on. How bad was?
Huh?
How bad was it? Because mine was,
just like I was like, okay, I expect it to be chewy because it's kind of jelly like.
Right.
I don't know. That's not how I can describe it. I expected it to be chewy, but I bit it and I was like, okay, the taste wasn't bad, but I started to feel like little. Okay, you know, like have you ever got sand in your mouth before?
that might have been. I don't know, but
have you ever got sand?
That's what I mean.
And I was like, and it felt grit, and so I was like, I couldn't because I didn't expect it out of the thing.
Right.
I think you probably was eating with cow skin.
Man, I hope that. Tony, what are you doing? That could explain it. But I feel like, well, Tony knew.
I don't know. You know, they may have thought like cow skin is not meat.
That's probably what
it's not meat, but so maybe it's vegan.
You guys asked it now. I can't even do it, but I want to do it. That's probably what he was thinking. But if that would explain how I got sick, man. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you guys. I felt like I was dying. I think immediately when I ate it, he left maybe two. I took a nap because I was so tired from we went partying, and that was a wild time. Get into that later.
So is that your favorite thing about Ghana? Well, so we know what your least favorite is. That I'm gonna find out if that was cow skin. Did you take a picture of it?
I feel like he had a video of them making it.
I'm gonna find out.
But
what was your most favorite thing about Ghana?
My most favorite thing about Ghana. Let me just look into the camera. Okay. The favorite thing about Ghana. Oh, what can I say? The people. I swear, everywhere I went, my brother, you welcome. Anything you need.
That's how they say what up.
Oh, you know what though? I mean, that honestly, Ghana's a hard one because it's like when I was with the tour guide, the other homie, he was wild. Where we were driving to the Afadjato, you know, the mountain.
Abuja.
No, the Afadjato. We gonna put it in the description. Yeah, like the mountain, the highest mountain in Ghana. In the monkey, whatever. But when we were driving, the potholes in Ghana are crazy.
Didn't I tell you about the potholes? I told y'all about those potholes.
The potholes in Ghana will make you pull out your hair, man. And he's a local.
You can't avoid them.
You can't avoid it. So he was driving, and this is when they do their thing. He hit a pothole so hard. This might getting off topic a little bit. He hit a pothole so hard that I thought his tires was screwed. His shots, and he was like, "Hey!" I bust out laughing. He started laughing too, but he was just like, hey. And then, in Ghana, like, the women, we was on a little hike to this waterfall. This woman, this lovely queen was walking in front of me, and she trips, and she's like, "Hey, bro, I love it. I could live in Ghana. Out of the three, Ghana would probably be like if I move out of the States, it'd be Ghana."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess
it's some things that we need to do another video of the pros and cons, but yeah.
I don't know which list is longer, the pros or the cons.
Yeah,
no,
right. Right. The potholes make up.
Before we finish it, because we're just having a short conversation. I just so happened to be able to come to Atlanta for an event, and I was like, I gotta hit my boy up. First, I want to say you're welcome for helping you be able to navigate that visa process. I
appreciate it, man. That visa process is hell. I think I want to make a video on that because they got some updates.
They always changing something.
And
they always changing something. I think I feel like people are now coming and asking me questions, especially under like the comments of the video. Yeah. Like I'm the expert now. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know, man. They changed something.
Yeah, they changed a little bit, but yeah, you can follow your video and pretty much get it. I would just say the one thing I spent at least $300 messing with those people, man. And
messing with the
visa people, and one thing that they need to know, they're not going to give you any information until it's done, basically.
Yeah.
So be patient, because I was very, very impatient on this, as you know.
Yeah.
And just make sure when you send your package, make sure you have every document in there. Don't be like me and not read directions and have to send stuff.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
I didn't say that in the video for you to do that.
Yeah. Well, when I caught your video, I had already did it, most of it.
Okay.
So when I caught your video, I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot to send this. So let me go back and send it. And it was fine. Obviously, mistakes happen, but we want to do our due diligence as me. I did not. So just going forward, just make sure you read everything and send every document at one time. And I suggest, if you're in a hurry, try to send it and do it 3 months in advance, or you're gonna be paying extra for that same day service.
Expedited everything.
Yeah, that's what I did. So
let me ask you this.
And
we'll be done in a moment. But let me ask you this.
Yeah, we good. I love it.
As a black man raised in America, what would you say your first visit to Africa meant to you in that capacity? And we know what that thing is, but what would you say you took from it, in that way?
So growing up black in a place called Waycross, Georgia, man, just growing up there, I'm completely different from some of the people there. And I mean, the racist ass white people there, So growing up there, I kind of always knew I was going to have to be this. I was probably going to be woke as hell, or at least in some capacity close to it.
Yeah.
Just growing up there had me thinking like, I need to trace my roots whenever I can afford it. And of course, now I'm in a place that I can afford things. So I needed to trace my roots. I needed to be an exceptional black man in a world that looks at us and kind of profile us based off the color of our skin. I mean, and I know that's something that some people say, well, it's not as bad, but it still happens. It happens right in Atlanta. It's happened to me multiple times. But I knew growing up I needed to be a strong black man. I needed to, and to be those things, I think a lot of that comes from Africa, because they have to be strong over there. You see it. They hustle. We get that from them. We get that hustling from them. So being able to grow up, learn about my history, and finally just go over and make that leap to Africa, to a place that honestly I never thought I would be able to go. Never thought I'll be able to make it to Africa, to see my people, to talk to them, to learn the culture, to learn my history and connect with them on that level. Man, it's breathtaking. It's amazing. I'm happy, man. I get sad thinking about it, because I can't be there. I need to be in Africa, bro. That is my home.
That's kind of how I felt too. I was just like, and I stayed in one place for a long time.
Yeah,
right?
And you got the full experience.
Yeah.
Respect to you, my brother.
So I did all, and then I was never really I wasn't with anybody that was also African American.
Right.
So when you tell me about your experience, I think part of that was the first half of your trip, you weren't exactly alone.
Right.
And then by the time of the last thing, you kind of had your groove at that point.
Yeah, that is exactly
for
true.
me, I was with locals the whole time. I had nobody to turn to and be like, "Did you see that?" you know, there's some stuff. There's some stuff
that you see
that you have to be like, and to go for a long time, having culture shock every day. Because we did something different every day.
Right. Yeah.
By the time I was leaving, I was like, "Yo, I need a reset. Real, hold up." Man. But I once I left, I was like, "Damn, I gotta go back." Dude.
Yeah, it's like you kind of be like, I gotta go back. Like there's obviously pros and cons with with Africa, right? Any part of Africa, Ghana has its problems, Morocco has its problems, Senegal has its problem. But what I would say, it is paradise over there. I'm sure there's more pros than cons.
Did you have your deep thought moment yet? Like, how you just be like, you be in the car riding, maybe the music ain't even on, and you was like, did you have that
Yeah,
session? Did you cry? Did you get emotional at any point? Would you say?
Oh, Cape Coast. Was it Glory Island? I think Glory Island. In Senegal. Both of those were places where slaves were kept. I mean, I didn't get like emotional where I was like tearing up, but I was like sad. Like I'm not gonna lie.
It's heavy.
It's a real surreal moment. And when I was in Cape Coast, we went into like where they stayed.
In slave castles,
like the castles, the chambers, bricks. There's no pillows. There's no comforter set. There's no mattress. They are chained up on the ground and laying on their back, chained up by the leg, and they next to people, and they gotta sleep in their own filth. They're like getting diseases. There's rats. There's insects, and the food, how they were throwing the food was like through this window, and some of the people weren't even getting food because it was just like they're not giving enough. So when you asked me about how was it growing up, being a black man in America, when I think about some of the things that I've been through, of course with this and just everything, like growing up in South Georgia, I think about it now, but I really think about it now because I've been to Africa, about what they've been through. So it's like, if they can be this strong, you gotta be strong. We gotta keep walking, keeping our heads up, and being the leaders that we are. We gotta keep going and just keep learning and learning about who we are and sharing that knowledge.
Yeah.
Even if you got people who say, well, I don't want to go to Africa. Well, the stereotypes of Africa don't believe the hype. America shows people what they want to see. So experience it for yourself. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Africa, any country in Africa, I'm sure it will be an amazing sight to see. So,
what's the next African country you want to try to visit?
Man, well, I figured since I traced my heritage to Gabon. I don't know. I gotta look it up.
We got to get that part right first.
We got to get it right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go there, but I'm gonna go to what's it called? Liberia. I want to go there because I have two friends that's from there. Hopefully, they'll be there when I get there.
I know people.
I know you know people. Shout out to Masa. and I don't want to mess. I think it's a little bit bad. I don't want to mess up her name, but she know who she is. I want to go there first. I think whatever country is it? Is it Guinea?
Guinea.
I think that's near. I'm not sure if that's near Liberia, but whatever African country is near there, I'll go and then I'll make my way to Gabon.
We're gonna try to do another three country trek.
Yeah, well,
You're a bad boy.
well, that's the thing though. Like, I feel like I need to do the month in one country.
Yeah,
too.
there's so much to see and experience. You know, it's like 50 countries in Africa. You know, and you're not gonna be able to do them all, so you might as well get started.
and I used to tell myself, like, when I first started traveling and traveling just all over the world, I was thinking like I want to hit every country in the world, but I was like, well, I don't know if I'll be able to hit every country.
Just try to do every continent.
Yeah, I was thinking to do I can do every African country.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Yeah,
and I mean, I think I've been to like 16 countries.
Yeah, listen, there's a wide number of white boys on like YouTube going to every country. It's like the theme of their thing. They're going everywhere, and exploring is not just for them. No. We can go. Let us go see our own shit. You know,
right?
So, but I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. Let everybody know where they can find you again, follow you, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay. Be on the lookout for my blog on YouTube. It's gonna be called Nomad Trap. That's the same as my Instagram, Nomad Trap. Let me think. If you like vegan food, if you're ever in Atlanta, I'm always doing pop-ups. Shout out to my business partner Trevor. He's also a traveling buddy too. Vegan Village ATL is the Instagram for my business. We do pop-ups all the time, so definitely come through, enjoy some good vegan food. I'm gonna put this man right here on some good vegan food because I am the master chef, so I have to put him on game. But you guys follow me. Take it easy on me because I am new at this, so he's got to help me get out there. So here we go.
Well, I just want
African beats on my
how much they get you for those?
This is cheap.
Oh, okay.
They didn't get me. Like I said, Morocco, they got me.
I said no. They were trying to give me like beads and bracelets and stuff. I said no to the point they were like, just take it.
They will give you.
I said, look,
I got
man,
ton of free stuff.
But I want to thank you for taking the time to just share some of your experience, which is why I started Ubiquitous Blacks, because I wanted to have these kinds of conversations with people, from all over, because we all do have these similarities, like we said earlier,
right? But
also we have these unique journeys, and some of our journeys takes us to Africa.
Yeah.
Africa is also not for everybody,
right?
Okay, because there's a lot of Black people who will have different narratives for themselves. They'll be like, well, my great grandmother was Native American. Like, they'll tie themselves to something else that seems easier.
Right.
They're like, well, we're actually from here too.
Yeah.
That's who said.
I'll be honest, I got.
But don't take away from it. It's like you want to figure out your connection to the motherland for sure, and you took that step to do so, and I know you are glad you did. But I must warn you, from this point on, that's all you're gonna think about. So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm cool with that, my brother.
So I have been TeaRon. This is Trap, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel, email us, listen to the podcast, all the things that you can do. They're in the description. Now I'm gonna put them there. They're not here now, but I'm gonna put them there. You get it. You get it. All right. So be sure to contact us, reach out, and remember, whether you are Black in a place like Morocco
or Atlanta,
remember, we are Black everywhere. Thanks, bro.